In this video, we're going to talk about what is called the pH scale. Now, the pH scale is something you probably learned in middle school, but we're going to go a little further with it. One of the things they don't teach you in elementary and middle school is where all these numbers come from. So we're going to walk through it. We're going to derive where they come from. Let's see what we know from the past. The pH scale, first of all, let me tell you what pH stands for. First of all, it's written like this. P with a big H stands for percent of hydrogen. Now that makes sense because when you're talking about an acid, you're giving these things off a while ago we were talking about in the last video. Remember, those are like those little Pac-Mans. They're looking to eat away at something. The more of this you have, the stronger it is. Okay, so the percent of hydrogen, little p, big H, pH. Now, the pH scale goes from 0 to 14. 0 to 7 are the acids. 7 to 14 are the bases. Straight up 7 on the pH scale is neutral, and the only thing in the world that's neutral is water. Remember from the last video, water is HOH. And we said that whenever H and OH hit each other, that's from an acid, that's from a base, they knock each other out and become neutral. So for some reason on the pH scale, and we'll learn here in a minute why, but on the pH scale, water is the only thing in the world by itself that's neutral. Okay, as a matter of fact, a different way of saying it, water is the only thing in the world that has acid and base properties together. That's acid properties, that's base properties. So it's sort of logical. And so a couple other things you need to know. The strongest base is at 14, and the strongest acid is at 0. As a matter of fact, as you go this way, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and stronger and stronger and stronger as you get further away from 7. So let me ask you a silly question. If you had a pH of 4 and a pH of 5, which one's stronger? Well, the answer is 4. Why? Because it's further away from 7. It's closer to 0 than 5 is. What if you had a pH of 8 and a pH of 9? Which one's stronger? The answer here is a pH of 9. So you got to sort of get that straight in your mind. Further away from 7, closer to 14 and 0, the stronger they are. Okay? Now, a couple of things that might be of interest to you that might help you. I did a little bit of looking up and found out that the pH of the human eye is 7.35. How would they know that? Well, they did a little testing. If you go to have contacts put in, you want to make sure you keep your pH very close to neutral. Okay, and every time you blink, your tears help keep your pH where it is. Your pH of your blood, every time you eat something, it changes your pH. And so your body has to dump things into your blood to keep your pH the same. The pH of your stomach acid is going to be right in here about a 1. Really, really strong. pH of Drano is going to be about a pH of 14. Those are really strong. Really, really strong. As a matter of fact, in the last video we talked about acids, just linking it all together. These are the ones that are sour, and these are the ones that are bitter. Okay? Sour and bitter. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is what is called an indicator. An indicator is going to be a substance that changes color in the presence of an acid or a base. This is how we're going to be able to tell that something is an acid or a base, by figuring out how things change colors. And so in the next video I'm going to show you an actual indicator, and we're going to talk about multiple kinds. The one we're going to talk about is what is called litmus paper. Now, a lot of times they might call it litmus, and it's really just dissolved into paper. And so in order to show it to you, I'm going to have to erase this board, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you the results so that you can write it down, and then I'm going to show it to you. Acids, bases. Acids turn litmus red. Bases turn litmus blue. Now that makes it easy because bases are blue. Okay, and that starts with the same letter. Now, again, I'm about to finish this video and move to the next one where I'll show you this demonstration. And I want to go ahead and give you the results so you have it in your notes. So a quick reminder, pH scale 0 to 14, 7's in the middle, neutral. The only thing that's neutral is water. And so the further you get away from 7, the stronger it's stronger, 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 the further you get away from 7. So in the next video, I'm going to show you this indicator as an example of an indicator, and there's lots of them in the world. But I'm going to show you this one, and then we're going to talk about how do you actually calculate pH.